away from toddlers, these bitches are fight promoters. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Train your toddler. Please train your toddler. Orders, timeouts, take her allowance. Cause also she will destroy your life if you allow it. Fucking I'm tired of rapping. Yo, low, bring in the choir. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare.
Niggas need to stop giving these bitches all the attention. That's why niggas is dying. Now, when these hoes get horny, niggas die. Hoes get horny, niggas die. Watch, every time. We gotta start saying fuck these bitches, man. If you fucking with a cool female, that's all good. But if you fucking with a bitch, you need to break her ass and shake her ass.
Man, welcome to the Dirty Folks Daycare. I am your toddlerologist, Dirty Folks. Man, can y'all even hear me? Y'all can even hear me. Welcome to the Dirty Folks Daycare. I am your toddlerologist, Dirty Folks. And I appreciate y'all being here today. I want to give a reenactment. I'll tell you about what happened to me yesterday. I want to give a reenactment.
Everybody get out! Get out and run! It's got the waters! Get out and run! Get out! Hold the money! Get in the money! Hold the money! Everybody give me everything! Hold the money!
Hold on, let me see if I can make that a little bit bigger. This guy tried to rob a hair salon or something, and they totally ignored him. I got a story for y'all today. Let's look at the reenactment. Am I reenacting, damn it?
Everybody get out! Get out and run! It's got the waters! Get out and run! Get out! Hold the money! Get in the money! Hold the money! Everybody give me everything! Hold the money!
Fellas.
Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to
Wrong button. My bad. Fellas. Man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what happened to me yesterday and what inspired this thread. First of all, I want to tell you guys, man, to be aware is to be alive, man. To be aware is to be alive. So yesterday, I went to Church's Chicken because it's Two-Piece Tuesday, right? I wonder if this is a chicken. That's more like a crow. Never mind that crow. Anyway, I go to Church's Chicken because it's Two-Piece Tuesday. And I'm in line at Church's Chicken. Because the drive-thru was too long. I go on the inside. And long story short, there's a guy in Church's Chicken You guys can hear me? Yo, my mic is tolerant? That's crazy. Is that better? Is the mic better? All right, so I go to Church's Chicken, and there's a guy. He walks in. Now, there's a line because, of course, it's Two-Piece Tuesday, right? And the guy comes in, and he has a phone in Like he's holding the phone with his left hand, and he has this like leather satchel around his shoulders. Hold on, I might have to do a reenactment. I don't feel like turning on the camera though. So he he has his right hand inside of his little leather satchel. It was a nice little leather satchel. He had his right hand inside the bag, the little man purse, and he had a phone in his left hand on his left ear. Okay. Now here's the thing. He was standing sideways, like parallel to the line, like he was about to cut the line. Or like he actually, it was like, you know how people stand next to the line, but they already ordered? So he was like standing there like he was with somebody that was about to order or they was in line, but he wasn't talking to anybody in line, right? He had this phone in his ear. And I'm watching this man for like a full 3 minutes. And even though the phone's on his ear, he hasn't said a word in this phone yet. And I'm looking at him not because of danger. I'm looking at him because, dude, I'm trying to see if he's trying to cut the line, to be honest with you, right? Or who he with or whatever. But he keep putting his hand in the bag. He keep putting his hand in, he'll have his hand in the bag, he'll be in the bag, then he'll slide his hand out for a second. And I thought I saw something black. Because the bag looked empty except for one thing. So he steady got this phone on his ear, but he's steady not talking. He put his phone back in, his hand back in the bag. He put his hand back in the bag, but he still got the phone on his ear. And I'm in line, and I'm just glancing at him, and I look in his eyes. Chat, when I tell you his eyes were bloodshot red with and glazed over, bro. He looked like he was on a cocaine high. You know what I'm saying? But he looked sober, like, you know, like he was high, but he threw some cold water on his face, like you couldn't tell unless you looked in his eyes, like you never would have told if he had on shades or something. And he kept going in his bag. So I lean a little bit so I could look in the bag. Bro, that man had a big ass 4.5. I mean a huge 4.5. And he steady slide. Now he's sliding his hand on the barrel, and I could see he trying to put his finger in the trigger mount, right? And he's steady, because like I said, we're in line, but he's like sideways. He's like, because he's facing us, and he's steady walking sideways toward being between us and the door and the cashier, like he's about to try to hold the whole store up. I see it, and when I see him slide his hand, bro, I broke the fuck up out that spot. I walked out smooth as shit though. I ain't even say shit. I ain't say talk to myself like, damn, I forgot. But I ain't say shit. I just slid dead up out that bitch and sped the fuck up out that motherfucker, man. Like with the speed of Flash, man. I ran at that motherfucker like Barry Allen the Flash, my nigga. Hopped out, swerved off, man, rolled. I was like, man, I refuse to get shot over $2 chicken, you know what I mean? So I leave. I got a friend that stayed close to there. I bend down on my mans. I was like, yo, man, I think they about to stick up Church's chicken in your area. He like, what? I say, man, I told him what happened, the story I just told y'all. And one of the other guys was there. He was like, well, first of all, Chicago niggas are real nonchalant about everybody getting shot. So I tell him, I say, man, I see the dude with the pistol, man. I think he about to lay down everybody, right? And I was talking to my boy D. And goddamn, man, the homie Pat was like, hey, man. If he said, he was real leisurely about it, though. Pat was like, man, they was probably going to stick up churches, bro. It is Two-Piece Tuesday. They know they got that money. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And then he was like, man, if he lay everybody down, we'll know because we got the Citizen app. I was like, nigga, that's bogus as shit. For those who don't know, there's an app. I don't know if it's everywhere, but I know it's in Chicago and it's in St. Louis. I don't know if it's all around, but there's an app you can download on your phone called Citizens, and they just report all the crime in the area you in. Whatever location you at, they just tell you whatever happened in that location. He was like, yo, if it go down, we'll find out on the Citizens app. So, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm there, they're like, man, chill. No, now we drinking tequila, because, you know, why not? Tequila, right? So now we drinking tequila, and I'm steady looking on my phone at the Citizens app because I want to see if it went down, right? Like, as bogus, I don't want to sound bogus. I don't want to sound bogus because I'm telling y'all the story anyway. But, like, I'm like, yo, I wanted to be like, yo, man, to be aware is to be alive, man. Shoot, I got out that jam before they laid it down like Pulp Fiction, right? I was going to show y'all the clip of Pulp Fiction, but I don't feel like the copyright strike. Anyway, so it was on my mind all night. I'm looking at the Citizen app. You know what I'm saying? I woke up this morning, look. I was like, oh, nothing happened. Shout out to that. Google, just to make sure everybody all right. No, nothing happened. God bless, right? He was just a loony-ass, paranoid dude. He was high as shit. And, like, cocaine high. You know what I'm saying? That's different than weed high. Weed has a whole different laid-back, paranoid high. This was cocaine paranoid high. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he was rolling. And he was like, you know, like when people on that type of substance abuse, like when they, like the voices in their head, you can't mitigate or manage how somebody else is going to move. Like, you don't know if he got voices in his head and this girl just broke up with him and he just rated, because that's what people do, right? We just saw that in, what was it, Florida? Dude came in, shot up the whole spot and then deleted itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be there for that, nigga. I am gone, my nigga.
Hey, y'all! Master's coming! He's coming, y'all! Master's coming! Here we go!
Look, guys,
So, I'm glad everybody all right. I'm glad nothing happened. So I woke up this morning and nothing happened. And I was wondering to myself, why is this so heavy on my soul? I mean, it's not like I ain't never seen a gun before. I mean, I do live in Chicago, right? I was like, what is it about? Besides the fact that he was moving real funny. You know what I'm saying? Normally, once you leave a situation, once you out that jam, you don't think about that jam because you made it out. I'm like, why is this little incident right here so heavy on my soul? And this morning I realized why. And first of all, there was no toddlers affected in this story. I'm not blaming toddlers for this. There was no toddler in this story. None. So I'm not blaming Karen's and Keisha's for nothing that happened in this restaurant. However, what I realized at that moment was, had I been with a toddler, I would have been dead, right? Had anything going on, it would have been a situation like this.
and I see this dude in a black hoodie, and I'm like, this looks like trouble. So I go to cross the street. As I'm trying to cross the street, the girl I was with grabs my wrist like, where you going? You don't want to walk with me? You don't want to hold my hand? I'm like, fuck. So now she got me in the jam. As we still approaching dude, we see him going into the kangaroo pouch of the hoodie. I'm like, I know he got a pistol. He's the stick up dude all day. So thinking fast on my feet, under the act of killers respect killers, I run over to him and I shake his hand like, yo, what up, fam? I see you out here on that bullshit, man. I hope you get who you looking for, man. You have a good one, my G. And he was so shocked. He was like, hi, my nigga, you too. And he gave us a pass. And as I'm walking past, because everybody acts like they didn't even see dude. As we walking past, the girl I'm with, she was like, I said, shorty, when I move, you move. Just like that. Because these shits will get you killed, man. Look,
that's what it comes down to. I said, man, if I was with a toddler, I would have been, because these toddlers are so untrained, I could have been in a situation where everything did go down, and instead of me being able to just slide up and get up out that jam, I could have been in this motherfucker leaving her behind or getting grabbed or some shit because it's no time to explain to a chick why you trying to get out of danger because 90% of protection is prevention. Let me say that again. 90% of protection is prevention. If you can prevent the bullshit from happening, you protected yourself, right? And I don't have time for an untrained toddler to try to explain all these things. And I think that's what was heavy on my soul. Well, not my soul, because I ain't feeling no type of way about it. Nothing happened. But that's what was heavy on my mind all night and all morning. Well, not all night, because I was drunk as shit. But when I woke up, though, because obviously I couldn't get any church's chicken because, you know, after dude did that, I was kind of shook. So I ended up going getting some fish or something. Yeah, I did. I got some fish. So I woke up this morning and finished my fish. I was too drunk to eat it last night. So I'm up 3 a.m. eating fish. It's still on my mind. Go back to sleep, wake up, still on my mind. I said, that's what it was. It was the advent of danger. And I said, man, I need to give this testimony to Tribe on one of the many, many reasons that your survival is determined on your ability to train your toddler. So guys, all I really want to do is say that. What I'm going to do, though, is, man, if y'all got a testimony or something, man, I'm going to drop the link. Man, we just going to chop it up. I just wanted to give y'all that one of those life lessons on, man, the importance, like, man, because if I was with a toddler and it was really going down, I might not have made it, bro. I mean, just think about how belligerent situations happen, how loud black women, they just loud as shit, how they bring attention to you. There's no way in the world I'd have been able to slide out that quick, that quietly, and keep it moving if I had to worry about somebody else, right? At least your child follows you. Grab your child hand and your child will walk as you walk. Big adult-sized toddlers, not so much. I'm going to drop the link, man. If y'all want to chop it up with me, man, y'all can chop it up with me. That's all I want to say, man. Now, maybe y'all got a testimony on a situation in which some bullshit happened to y'all and y'all had to get up out that jam. Take this quick break, man, so I can drop the link and we'll get it popping. Yeah.
Toddler tales are crazy stories that could only happen to me. Each tale is endorsed by Toddlerology and the Marry Your Secretary courses. In a world where toddlers are only loyal to her employer, learn the skills needed to train your toddler to work at your relationship like she works at her job. There's courses for every level of your relationship status, including polygamy. Need support? Join scheduled study groups with other Toddlerology members. Click the link below. And now, back to today's story.
Yeah, guys, a link down there. Also, I did have another clip that I thought was bananas. Because when I really thought about the whole situation, another thing that bothered me was when I went to go get the chicken. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. I'm trying to catch up with my guys. This is some unrelated stuff, but I'm trying to catch up with my guys. I know I have a lot of guys, and they go out and they hit behind these beautiful, extravagant bikes, bro. Beautiful mountain bikes. Just phenomenal looking mountain bikes. And they go riding on the lakefront, right? And they're doing it for health reasons. You know, people getting older. The doctor said they had to lose weight. One of the guys had gout. And, you know what I'm saying, the mobility of the bike is helping, his gout. Because, if you had gout, then a lot of times it also affects your liver and your heart. So he want to live, and I don't knock him. He got way too much bread to want to die this soon just for his ex-wife to get it all, right? So I bought a bike so I could be part of the crew, right? And my whole thing is, when I decided to go get the chicken, I didn't have my piece on me, man, because I wasn't driving, right? So I was slipping. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't prepared for war. So That's why I had to slide about that door. I was like, man, if it was a jam, you know what I'm saying, I could have moved differently had I been, had it been a head up situation. But I had to slide up out of there. And one of the things that I want to talk about as far as being prepared to be to be aware as to be alive is there was a situation about 7 years ago, man. There's a bunch of these though, by the way, and a lot of times people come out. They come out and this is for the robbers in y'all, man. For the robbers in y'all, people not playing with y'all, man. People are not playing with y'all, bro. There are people out here about that life, boss. They totally about that action, and you never know who's on what. So if ain't nobody gonna come up, man, I'm gonna show this clip and I'm gonna shut it down, man. But I want to tell you what this is the worst case scenario that could have happened, bro. This is the worst case scenario that could have happened in those type of settings.
After a long, hard day, you grab a bite to eat with your spouse. But if you're a cop, even when you're off duty, you're never really off. So it was no surprise this couple of cops sprang to duty on what was supposed to be date night.
A masked gunman barges into a restaurant, displays his gun, and screams for the cashier to give him all the cash. The bad guy apparently thought the place was deserted. But look, way in the back there, a husband and...
Let me pause this real quick. I want to go back to what she just said. Cause she just said some good stuff. It made my heart feel good. This is a bad story. This is a tragic story, but what she just said made my heart feel good, man. Check this out.
This couple of cops sprang to duty on what was supposed to be date night.
Let me pause right there real quick. They're both police, I guess. They're definitely a couple, a married couple. And their date night is at the local pizzeria, bro. There's a show in here somewhere. I don't know the name of the show, but I know Gilbert Arenas is on the cover in front of Applebee's. If y'all see the cover art and you see Gilbert Arenas in front of Applebee's, it's that show. And there was a whole segment of white girls saying, man, if they can get Applebee's on a date, it's heaven, right? Another white girl talking about how she met her fiance at McDonald's. Their first date was at McDonald's. I was like, yeah.
Amazing.
The fact that, man, that their date, they planned this. And their plan was to go to a local pizzeria, probably grab a $14 pie and a couple of Coca-Colas. And that was their date night. Beige Babies 2024, man. Beige Babies 2024. Study your tolerology, man. We ain't dealing with this bullshit. Now, don't get it twisted, because black girls will hang out with you just for a nickel bag of weed and, a bottle of a Barefoot, a $6 bottle of wine. I'm not saying that they won't. What I am saying is that if they do, they'll always, because the culture is bad, there'll always be 50 girls around her telling her how she don't know her worth and how it's her duty to fuck up your life. Instead of being cultural and be like, yo, shorty, you got to smoke? You drinking? We got food, we got tacos. Like, be easy, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that one more time, just to remember the good old days, man. I might play that song, even though they're gonna flag me. 3 times dope. It's the same nowadays, you got to stay paid. It ain't like the old days when you could say Renee. That might be what I'll go out on. I might not even use my outro. I might use 3 times dope to go out on today. I think I am, man. They probably flagged me though. But let's go.
Couple of cops sprang to duty on what was supposed to be date night.
A masked gunman barges into a restaurant, displays his gun, and screams for the cashier to give him all the cash. The bad guy apparently thought the place was deserted. But look, way in the back there, a husband and wife are trying to enjoy their date night out. Guess what? They're both cops. Detective Chase McCowan and his wife Nicole are newlyweds. They got married 6 months ago.
Pause. Hey, Nicole is pretty, bro. I don't trust pretty women with pistols, but she pretty though. I don't trust police women, period, to be honest with you. But then again, I've only dated black police women. Maybe white police women are cool. I don't know. Because black girls are already nuts. And you get black girls a gun and a sense of authority. Oh my God, it's horrible, bro. Horrible. But shout out to him. He got him a winner, man. Shout out to Nicole.
Go. They just wanted a quiet night out at one of their favorite restaurants.
I could see the man's hands, and I could see the firearm in his hand.
And it wasn't until I saw the cashier's hands go up like this, and I looked at him. Is he doing what I think he's doing?
When they realized,
to be aware is to be alive. Listen to the order of when they identified danger. Listen to him again. He is me. If he didn't have his gun right, if he wasn't a police officer, they would have been stuck up, period, because they're in the back of the restaurant. But he peeped the whole scene. She didn't see what was going on until the cashier's hand went up. He saw the whole. He was prepared. So if he was in a situation to fight or flee, he was ready. He wouldn't have had time to explain to her though, like, yo, baby, there's a stick-up dude. You know what I'm saying? What? Right, where you go? He telling you exactly the moment he saw it go down.
favorite restaurants.
I could see the man's hands, and I could see the firearm in his hand.
And it wasn't until I saw.
Now, he said he saw the man's hand and he saw the firearm in the hand. And then, shout out to editing, man. Editing did a damn good job. Editing gave you the reenactment of exactly when he saw the firearm in his hand. So, hold on, pause.
And it wasn't until I saw the
Right there.
cashier's hands go up like
I
this.
ain't pausing fast enough. Even before then. This is when he saw the gun. When he saw the irregular movement, like, because you could tell, like, you just looking at people. As a man, you're just looking at people to see what they pull out their pocket. It could have been a wallet. If it's a wallet, you don't think anything of it. He pulled out his wallet. He about to pay. But you're looking to see what he pulls out. The man, the male cop immediately saw that that's a firearm, especially when he had the herky-jerky movement to cock it, right?
Cashier's hands go up like this. And
She found out what's going on when the cashier's hands went up. So that's a full 5 seconds. And now, 5 seconds sounds like it's not a lot of time. But 5 seconds is a lot of time to get the fuck up out of Dodge, man. You only get 5 seconds to be in the lane playing basketball. You know how long it is to pass an inbound to Shaq or whoever your center is and let them back down the opponent defense and dunk or pass or off the board or whatever? 5 seconds is enough time for Shaq to get the ball, take 3 dribbles, do his juke move, his fake to the left, go right, and dunk. That's 5 seconds. 5 seconds is a long time to be in the fire. Ask Chris Dudley when they made the post about. Ask Chris Dudley how long 5 seconds is to be in danger.
I looked at him. I was like, is he doing what I think he's doing?
When they realized what was happening at the restaurant in Louisville, Kentucky, they leapt out of the booth with guns drawn. Then they charge at the armed robber, who makes a run for it.
He went right and I went left, and it prevented him from coming out the back.
One of those things when we train not to, be in front of each other to avoid crossfire across or one behind another.
They chased him out the door. They held the suspect at gunpoint until backup arrived. And today, these crime-fighting newlyweds are being hailed as heroes.
When you look back on this and realize that you just happened to be in the right place at the right time, I mean, what do you think?
It's always going to stand out. It's going to bring back the date night that turned crazy.
The suspect was arrested on robbery.
I'm sure he got arrested. The date night that turned crazy. But it's confirmed that it was date night. Confirmed that it was date night. He said the white man was coming. That's hilarious. Confirmed it was date night, man. And as a person that right now, man, the reason I was late is because I had to go to a particular Italian restaurant to get a particular slice of pizza. And I got caught by 2 trains, man. 2 trains. A train on the way there and a train on the way back. And I did that to get a slice of pizza. I can respect the day night as a local pizzeria. I really can. Anywho, ain't nobody come up. So this is what we gonna do. Cause I know I got a lot of guys that's in their 30s, a couple of guys in their 20s in the chat. Once upon a time, there was a song. I can edit this out. That's what I'm gonna close with it. But I want y'all to check it out. It was a song by a group called 3 Times Dope. The name of the song was Funky Dividends, man. Funky Dividends. I'm gonna have to edit this out because I know they're gonna flag me. But it's gonna be my outro. The whole song. This song was made in like 1991, man. Like 1991, they had a song, and he was talking about man, it might have been 93. Might have been 93. Anyway, yeah, 3 Times Dope, man. 3 ASD. And I remember being, if I was a teen, I was like 13, something like that. And but I like girls. You know what I'm saying? I like girls. I used to, go out there and, try to talk my talk and, buy cookies from the mall, the little cookie, what was it called? Mrs. Fields cookies. You know what I'm saying? Split cookies with girls and shit. But I knew it, all the girls, all the girls was out here trying to fuck with the dope boys, you know what I'm saying? Because, girls, they didn't want to, my dad said the realest shit. And I got to give my dad credit for this. He said, man, it doesn't matter what type of car you got. Girls just don't want to walk to school. I had a video about that before. I think I had to delete it, though, to get monetized. But it's true. So the whole video was really about how in the 1980s, what y'all call simp music, which is true, it was simp music, when they were having the El DeBarges and the Freddie Jacksons and all that, and everything was about love, right? Just love to love, right? The boys that was hustling, they was out here, you know what I'm saying, getting that bread, buying box Chevys. That's what they had in Chicago. We was box Chevy crazy, right? And these guys had to be, I guess, 20. They might have been teenagers. I ain't seen this video in a while. I remember the song like yesterday, but I ain't seen the video in a while. But they was like late teens, early 20s, and they were talking about how much dating had changed from the 1970s and 80s. Wow, yeah, these boys, they was deep in their 20s. This nigga got a Gumby. He got a Gumby. Anyway, I'm going to let this play out on my outro. As always, man, love each other as you love yourself. Feed the pack. Tribe up.
Need somebody to talk to. But you come and see my story. I just told the story the way it went.
You know what, if it's going to freeze anyway, I just want to play one part for y'all. One part for y'all. The part that's important to me. The part that stood out in my head for almost 30 years now. Shit, 30 years. If this song came out in 93, shit, 30 years. It's the beginning of the second part. Is this thing going to play for us? This is a conspiracy. Oh, I know it's wrong. I never shut down the media player from the other thing. Hold on, man. I want y'all to get this one piece of work for y'all go, man. Except for Shadrach, because he got the CD, so he know exactly what I'm talking about. Hold on, guys. Hold on, let me switch browsers. This browser dumb, bro. Let me switch browsers. This is one little part I want. It's really just 2 bars. They might be able to let me keep 2 bars. They might let me keep 2 bars. But they started talking about then how women became a commodity. How men, only men can love. I tell y'all that all the time, right? Only men can love. Women just reflect, project, or weaponize men's love. So when you see men want the romance, men going out here, I don't know who taught y'all niggas y'all needed money to get ass, but men are trying to be providers for the woman. Dave Chappelle said that. Remember Dave Chappelle had that joke? If or was it Chris Rock? They say, man, men do stuff to get women, because if it was just up to men, we'll all live in a cardboard box under a railroad track or something like that. I butchered the joke, but other browser work, that's crazy. Shut that shit down, man. I rebuke them. Anyway.
I said it was before and I'ma say it again.
Fast forward. Little bit.
I had it all. Gucci, Louis Vuitton.
Hold on. There's nothing new under the sun, by the way. I want you to know that women will always compare you to their last, right? You'll never be her first, especially if she's black, because she got a cherry popped in like 6th grade, right? But they'll always try to compare you to other men. It doesn't even matter if it was her man. That's the crazy part, right? It doesn't matter if it's her ex-boyfriend, or if it's her friend's boyfriend, or if it's somebody she saw on TV, or an article, or a celebrity, or some motherfucker in the neighborhood that she heard a rumor about. They'll always compare you to another man. It's like when Tupac wanted Jada Pinkett, but she told Tupac that she wanted Eazy-E. So then she got with Will Smith, but told Will Smith she wanted Tupac. Now she leave Will Smith because Will Smith is just filthy rich. She'll never get another Will Smith, no matter how much she disrespect him. She'll never get another Will Smith. So she'll end up with a hood nigga Tupac, somebody selling heroin or something. And then she'll be comparing like, yo, you ain't got it. We had a whole, she'll be like,
we had a whole 9-hole golf course in the backyard, my ex-husband. You ain't got it like my ex-husband.
Women always look comparatively, and that's because y'all don't love them enough.
Daddy, you spanked Mama.
You're darn tootin' I did.
That means you love her.
That's what I've been trying to tell her.
Yeah. Y'all don't love them enough to give them that work that they so desperately desire. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to choke them while they naked, but won't choke them with clothes on. Y'all hilarious, man. But all right, this is one little part I want to show y'all that I'm out. And like and sub, man. Do me a favor, like and sub, man. It's in your heart, pay your daycare fees, but man, just like and sub. Check this out. Y'all know, was it Steady B that went to jail for bank robbery, y'all? Was it that Steady B, yo, that went to jail for bank robbery? She talking about when she was with Steady B. Didn't Steady B get the death penalty? That's crazy. Steady B was a stick-up nigga. Steady B was a nigga I was dodging last night at Church's Chicken. I think Steady B robbed a bank though. Was it Steady B or was it Cool B? Was it Schoolie D. It was one of them. All them old school rappers from like 1984. They was yelling all that positive shit, and they was robbing and selling dope and shit on the side. Just like Steve Harvey talk all that good man shit, but he cheats on every wife and got kids in the street. People hate the real. Anyway, but you know, I was wrong on that. I wasn't even a teen. That's crazy, bro. You can't say that music doesn't affect children, bro, because I remember this song like yesterday, bro. Well, not like yesterday. That would be a misnomer. But I remember this song like last week. You know what I'm saying? I remember this song like last week. And he said the new wave 80s. So that had to be like 1989 or some shit like that. 88, 89. So I had to be like 11. Shit, 10 or 11. But I used to memorize all them songs, man, when I was a kid. That's back in the days for you young bucks. Believe it or not, in the days when people had tapes before CDs came out, right? I'm pre-CD baby. I'm a pre-CD baby. CDs came out in the 80s too, but you know what I'm saying? I was born before CDs. Anyway, I think I was. I don't know. We ain't had no CD player. So anyway, I digress. Back in the day, they used to only play rap at night after 10 o'clock on major stations and on college radio. College radio used to break rap music. It wasn't mainstream. It was the youth culture flooding. So you had to, like I had a little radio, I called it my Fight the Power radio. You know what I'm saying? It had 2 tape decks on it. It was like it was just like a boom box, like what's the name on Fight the Power, right? Anyway, no one is big though, cause I was a kid, and I used to I used to tape a iron hanger. Used to tape a hanger to the antenna so I can get the college radio stations, cause the college radio stations, they ain't got no heavy frequency, and I used to like sit there and I hold the wire hanger a certain way with the antenna, and I just listen to music, bro, like late at night when I'm supposed to be asleep. And that's, yeah, like Radio Raheem, bro. I had a baby Radio Raheem, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I used to listen to music, bro. And I used to tape it. I used to have my tape player on, and I just tape it all night, bro. Like, whatever going on, I just had tape. Like, and sometimes I go to sleep, though, because I am supposed to be asleep. And then I wake up the next morning, and, like, front and back of my little cassette tapes to just be music I recorded off college radio stations. And this is one of those songs, and I remember listening to it, and it was like, we talking, man, I'm a kid. It was like the biggest artist was like Biz Markie. Believe that, bro. Like, no cap, think about that. The most influential artist in the 1980s was Biz Markie. Like, he brought out, well, actually it was Marley Marl, but still, Biz Markie was like putting on Master Ace, and like they called Biz Markie for a feature the way that later on they called Tupac, and a little bit after that, Method Man, if you want to feature, like the feature gods. And Biz Markie couldn't even rap like that. He was just so cool and so plugged, right? And that's how long ago it was when I first heard this song. It was like I guess it was like 1988, 89. But it didn't resonate with me until I became a teenager, like 13, 14, and was trying to talk to girls. And I was like, oh, that's what they was talking about. Like, yo, these girls is out their motherfucking minds. You know what I'm saying? And what I know now that I didn't know then is really they just needed to be stopped.
My congeniality is fucked. I have no sensors, and I need to be stopped.
What I want to say to you guys, though, is even though this whole thing is about being proactive and having your toddler trained so you don't end up in situations like I had been before, dealing with girls that don't know how to move when I move, even though that's the point. I'm really enamored about that couple that went on a date night at the local pizzeria. So I'm switching gears. I'm kind of veering off a little bit because I'm really happy for anybody who can still find love in their marriage at a pizzeria. He ain't hearing.
You never take me anywhere anymore. You should pay all the bills, and I'ma work, and I'ma save all my money, and I'ma pay for our vacations.
That goofy ass shit that black bitches be saying. The vacation that she want, she saving all her money, like you a +1 on her vacation and shit. To see a couple that can have a date night and be like, yo, we just outside. We could be eating in the house. We could have ordered a pizza, but yo, let's just go out together to our favorite pizzeria and chill. It's the simple things, bro. It's just simple things, bro, to break the monotony, you know? And it made me think about when things change. I think the worst thing to happen, personal opinion, in the 1980s and 1990s, men were trying to check their toddlers, man. I give them credit for that. Men they was out there getting money. It was dope money out there. It was a lot of jobs out there. It was a lot of opportunity out there. It was a lot of crime money out there because there wasn't no Patriot Act, guess, and niggas could just bounce checks everywhere. But it was money flowing. In the 90s, money was flowing. But guys weren't really direct tricking. Like, guys were buying weird clothes and cars and keeping up with fashion and things like that. But guys really weren't giving girls money. Now, guys will find a girl and put a beauty salon in her name to clean up they dope money, but that's just whatever. Guys really wasn't tricking like that. Nobody really started spending money like hood nigga type shit until Lil Wayne said it ain't tricking if you got it. That was like the most horrible thing a motherfucker could have ever said. They made it cool to trick. And then it went mainstream when T-Pain made I'm in Love with a Stripper. Right? So once it became mainstream, now girls are expecting. When T-Pain made I'm in Love with a Stripper, all these bitches started stripping, bro. Like, it used to be in Chicago, there used to be a street, but the street still exists. It's not like it used to be a street like they tore the street away. But on Rush Street in Chicago, I guess every city has a street like this, but in Rush Street in Chicago, that used to be the prostitute lane. Like, you slide through and honk your horn and shit, beep beep, and then, you know, girl come to your car like, anything you want, $5, right? And then you started noticing right after In Love with a Stripper came out. Right after hey, Glue Guy, I blame Lil Wayne too. But like right after In Love with a Stripper came out, I went to the mall with my girl. You don't have to reverse it, Chris. I'll get there in a minute. I went to the mall with my girl. This had to be like 2003, 2004, something like that. I went to the mall with my girl. And I saw the cutest bra and panty set, man. I really was thinking about buying it for her, man. I don't know how she got to drag me in this goddamn store, because I had every intention. That's when for the kids who don't know, a shopping mall is where people used to go before Amazon, and all the stores were in there. And you'll walk through and you'll buy stuff, right? It was a cool place, right? Anyway, I walked in the mall with my girl, and I was gonna sit on those benches. They had benches outside of women's stores because they know men wasn't going to go in there, right? I was about to sit on the benches. I think I bought some cheese popcorn or something. I was sitting on the bench, and she was like, come in here, whatever. And I walked in, and they had a mannequin. And the mannequin had the prettiest bra and panties that I ever saw. It was blue jean denim, and it had rhinestone lining. And it was like a thong, but it was like one of those, it was a thong. It wasn't like a G-string thong, but it was a thong. And it was cute. It was cute. And I remember I was looking at it and I asked the young lady that worked there. I say young lady like I wasn't young. We was all around the same age. But anyway, I asked the young lady that worked there, I asked her how much it was. And she was like, $80. And I was like, $80 for a goddamn bra and panty set? And she was like, that's not a bra and panty set. That's club wear. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck?
My congeniality is fucked.
Bro.
I have no sensors, and I need to be stopped.
I couldn't believe it, bro. I could not fucking believe it. All of a sudden, after that, everywhere I went, I saw the same clothes that prostitutes were wearing on Rush Street. Girls was wearing it to the club. Girls started wearing lingerie to the club. I mean, bra panty sets with the sheer see-through, like, I don't know what it is, cape or cowl or whatever the fuck it is, and they would wear that with some 4-inch stilettos that match, and that would be their club gear. So I'm like, yo, the girls in the club dressing the exact same way as the strippers. It's the same clothes. And then I don't know what nigga made it cool for girls to go with them to the strip club. Then the girls started going to the strip club with the niggas dressed just like the bitches, and your girl was hitting the pole with the motherfucking strippers. Tell me I'm lying. If y'all over 35, tell me I'm lying. So, then it became a stripper culture, right? Everybody trying to quote unquote get to the bag because rappers was making it rain. T-Pain was making it rain. Neo ass was making it rain. Yo, Neo was blowing 50 racks, bro, in the strip club. Niggas was coming to the strip club with fans. Or maybe the strip club already had fans. Niggas was, look, this is when I knew it was a rap for niggas. 2000, 2001. I'm in Atlanta. Nah, I wasn't 2001. It could have been 2001. Yeah, I was 21 in 2000. 2001. Hey, first of all, Glue Guy, do not disrespect Arnie's Amateur Night, my nigga. Hey, shout out to Arnie's Gentlemen's Club, the best gentlemen's club in the land. All the girls got billy rooms. All the girls, goddamn it, do nose candy, but they will suck your dick for $6 in the back. Don't never disrespect Arnie's. Magic City, that's something different. And that's where I'm going with this, because what Chicago niggas know about Arnie's Gentlemen's Club, that's what Magic City is. Atlanta niggas made they bullet wound bitch hole in the wall strip club a global motherfucking thing, bro. To put that in perspective, what Atlanta did to Magic City is what Project niggas in Chicago did to Parkway Gardens and got the world trying to come to O Block, right? It's the exact same thing. To make the projects a fucking 2-dude vacation slot. If y'all don't believe me, y'all can go to Google Maps right now and put in G Herbo's house. They turned G Herbo's house into a motherfucking tourist attraction, bro. I cannot make this shit up, bro. Anyway, but that's where I'm going with it. So I remember 2000 when I was in the strip club in the A. Like and subs, y'all come in, man. If y'all gonna get these Tyler Tales, man, I need some Tyler Tale donations. I said what I was gonna say about the show. I'm just talking now. Anyway, so goddamn it, so I'm used to Arnie's. I'm used to the checkerboard. I'm used to places where you go and the girls come to you, they get fully naked, they dance for you, they ask if you want lap dances. You know what I'm saying? They earn their way, right? They pay their way. I mean, they work for the money. They don't pay their way. You pay them. You know what I'm saying? I trip, but they work for the money. They do flips. They light candles out their coochie. You know what I'm saying? They'll be dancing with you for a minute, then all of a sudden the goddamn A-ball and the cue ball pop out of coochie. I'm used to girls who work. I went down to Atlanta and I was talking to one of the guys. I was having a meeting, but I wasn't at Magic City. I was at Nikki's. I'm at Nikki's. It's this bitch. She's just a regular looking bitch, bro. She ain't got no panties on. She got on. I'm gonna tell you exactly what she had on. She had a garter belt on and some suspenders the same color as the garter belt. And she had a hairy ass cooch, bro. That motherfucker looked like alfalfa head, bro. Like she ain't shaved that motherfucker. She ain't have it lined up or nothing. But I wasn't even paying no attention to her. Me and my boy, his name was Kim. He was African. I was like, Kim, I thought he was gay for a minute. I ain't gonna lie. But he was whole married. But then again, I don't know. I was in Atlanta. He was whole married. He had a wife, kids. He had a minivan with kid seats in it. You know what I'm saying? Child seats in it. I'm gonna take it as his word. And after work, we went to Nikki's, and we just talking. And this fur cooch girl just walked next to me, and she's shaking, but I'm not paying attention. I thought she was just walking past. And then she tapped me on the shoulder, was like $20. I'm like, for what, bitch? She was like, $20 because I just gave you a dance. I said, a dance? I ain't even look at, bitch. You got me fucked up. And I look on her garter belt, and she got about $600 in 20s already attached to her garter belt. And I said, yo, Atlanta on some different shit. They paying just bitches just to walk. That shit was crazy to me. But you know, once girls do something, they tell other girls. It's like a bat signal for hoes, my nigga. They be like, come to the A, come to the A. And then all of a sudden, you just had this whole stripper culture flooding in, fucking up everything, fucking up families, fucking up the economy, fucking up the way people date, fucking up all that shit. And then after the stripper culture come through, so you started with Lil Wayne, it ain't tricking if you got it. Then you got T-Pain making strippers like acceptable. Then, cause you know niggas always follow the minstrels. They don't follow function. They follow. I don't know if my little nigga Elijah in here, but Elijah, I'm about to say something. I want you to clip this. Black women entire goal is to be second worst. All black women want to be is second worst, just so they can say,
I might be tripping, but I'm not that bad. I'm not as bad as her.
Black women never want to be the best. They only want to be second worst. They need a Phaedra to say, I'm not that bad. They need a damn, what was her name? All them chicks on Real Housewives, pick one, right? To say, I'm not that bad. No matter how many sex tapes they make for me, they need a Kim Kardashian to leak a sex tape to say, at least nobody else saw it but us. Even though, no, fuck Nikki. Nikki has a fat pussy. Fuck Nikki. I had girls show her friends my sex tapes before. You know what I'm saying? She taking them from me like,
I don't want you to show your friends.
and then this bitch showing her friends. Goofy bitch. And then wondering why all her friends fucking. And I'm wondering why everywhere I go to, like, it's a bunch of girls like,
hey, dirty.
And I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch? I don't know this bitch. Find out later, all these chicks done seen my tape. I'm at her company picnic, and all these girls like,
hey, dirty.
All they want to be is second worst. So then you flip it from there, and then you get past the stripper phase. Then you get to the Instagram, Snapchat phase, and at some point, prostitution became modeling, right? Somewhere between 2009 and 2011 or 2012, modeling and prostitution blended, right? So all of a sudden, you're not fucking a hooker, you're dating an Instagram model. So now you have a prostitution culture, right? And me, with my dumb ass, I'm not knowing that while I'm in publishing and I'm trying to promote magazines and I'm looking for models to be in a magazine, that they're all prostitutes that just want free photos. Then, after I heard the motherfucker say Instagram model, Klay Thompson. Some shit happened, and I heard Brian Windhorst say Klay Thompson was with an Instagram model. I said, what the fuck?
Hell no. No. Yeah.
Once I heard ESPN call prostitution Instagram modeling, it was a wrap, right? Then, after that, the icing on the cake, here come motherfucking Kevin Samuels. Does Kevin Samuels tell you to get 2 tacos? Nope. Does Kevin Samuels tell you don't listen to them girls with clothes on? Nope. Does Kevin Samuels tell you to, man, be yourself, and if she don't like you for you, then fuck that bitch? Nope. Kevin Samuels tells you to wear a suit, find a way to make $100,000 a year, and then buy a bitch. And then everybody like, Dirty, why you don't like Kevin Samuels? I say, man, this nigga is really telling you how to be a trick. Did Kevin Samuels win arguments with girls? Yes, he did. And the only reason niggas like Kevin Samuels is because he won an argument with a girl, and they never won an argument with a girl because they was on some happy wife, happy life shit. But all that advice was pretty fucking horrible, if you ask me. But I understand this baby steps. He was a training wheels to get y'all to the real content creators. So now, not only are the women so comfortable with prostitution after 30 years, well, 20 years. Well, shit, 30 years. Because 3 times dope, that was 1989. So after 30 years of conditioning these girls to be straight prostitutes, they're conditioning men to be tricks. Not the pimp, but the John. That's crazy to me, too. They conditioning y'all to be the John and conditioning girls to be the pros. And they conditioning everybody to hate the pimp.
Hell no. No. Yeah.
And here we are. So, I'm going to leave it right there. There is a solution. The solution is in your tolerology, but ain't no more free game today, man. This already went longer than I thought it was going to go. And ain't nobody come up. So, as always, man, love each other as you love yourself. Feed the pack. Tribe up.
Dale, you're one of the top 6 speakers of the past 8 years, but I hated you at first. Could you please mention the Dirty Folks podcast? Thank you, Lord Charles. Dirty Folks.
And see, I find it to be hilarious because even if I did behave like a teenager, I would be ahead of a lot of these B-dubs that want to make these comments because a lot of you behave like toddlers. Shout out to my man, Dirty Folk.
And it's because y'all niggas don't support. Y'all do support. Y'all support titties and pussy. Hey, shout out to Dirty Folk.
Men have sort of quietly begun to agree that even the most like off the wall extreme advice or takes that you get from some random guy on the internet is more useful than anything allegedly profound that you would hear from a trained black female professional. All right, let's take a perfect example of this, right? The idea of Dirty Folks when he come up and he says like women with clothes on, that is a way more useful notion to frame your mental state around than anything your black female therapist would ever tell you. Because she's a woman with clothes on. Why the fuck would you listen to her? Like when he says that, it makes sense in a way that it just appeals to you. And it's something that your black female therapist could never match.
Yo, Trap. The daycare is too influential to be so small. Do you think I'm gonna get like, sub, share, clip? I know I got at least 10 bars to change somebody's life.
help me to help my brother. Love each other as you love yourself.